Good evening and welcome to this week in review. Tonight's stories include highlights from the Santa Claus Parade, highlights from the BBS tree lighting, another successful mitten tree project. These stories plus community events, the BBS Playbill After Rat and more coming up after these words from Umber Memorials. Express yourself for all eternity with a monument carved in stone from Umber Memorials. Order your monument today during the fall inventory clearance sale and save up to 35% on in-stock designs. Monuments can be installed this fall or take advantage of the winter payment plan with a spring 2001 delivery. Call Gord Ingram at 886-2225 or visit Umber Memorials at 310 O'Connell Drive in Corner Brook. On Sunday, December the 3rd, the Lions held another very successful Santa Claus parade. Here are some highlights.
As a cactus, you're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black
The Santa Claus Parade will be shown in its entirety next week. The parade concluded its journey at the community center where the winning floats were announced.
So our winners this year, the theme of peace goes to Ingram Foodland. Could someone come up and pick it up, please?
I'll come all outside, come up there.
Our second plaque, most original, goes to St. John and A.J. Matthews School.
Hey guys.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
And the theme of Christmas goes to Virgil Linus. Linus, please come up and accept the plaque, please.
Pretty well, so. Yes, we will. Hey! Cheers! Linus!
And the most effort that was donated by the Ingram family is St. John and A.J. Matthews School.
Stay tuned for more of This Week in Review coming up after these words from Umber Memorial. Express yourself for all eternity with a monument carved in stone from Umber Memorials. Order your monument today during the fall inventory clearance sale and save up to 35% on in-stock designs. Monuments can be installed this fall or take advantage of the winter payment plan with a spring 2001 delivery. Call Gord Ingram at 886-2225 or visit Umber Memorials at 310 O'Connell Drive in Corner Brook. Sunday, December the 3rd was quite a busy day for the BBS volunteers. At 6 p.m. we held the lighting of our giant Christmas tree. A fine crowd gathered outside our studio for this annual community tradition. Santa Claus was busy handing out treats to the children.
In the tower, jingle bells can be heard all around. Time for all to go and wait for Santa's coming. All this Merry Christmas here in my hometown.
Finally, it was time for the countdown. The Sea Cadets played a few Christmas selections for the crowd. We would like to thank Santa Claus for taking time from his busy schedule to come along and help make this annual event such a great success. And of course, thanks goes out to the RCC Bob Bartlett Band for the great music. It certainly wouldn't have been the same without them. Last but not least, we want to thank the BBS volunteers because without you, this event would not have been possible. The Mitten Tree project was successful again this year thanks to the help from the community. For the past 9 years, the Outreach Committee of the Anglican Church has taken part in the Mitten Tree project. The items collected for the mitten tree are sent to a church in Montreal where they are distributed to immigrants arriving in Canada. This year, items collected for the mitten tree were up.
Tree 2000, 21 caps, 5 scarves, 10 pairs of slippers, 152 sacks, 105 pair of mittens, 7 sweaters, 7 pair of gloves, and 2 dolls.
And thank you everybody for helping at the mitten tree.
Whoever knit the mitts and socks and everything, thank you very much.
The Outreach Committee get together every year to pack these items and to share a little fellowship as well. The ACW has generously agreed to pay the cost of postage for the mitten tree items. The committee sends their heartfelt thanks to everyone who donated to this worthwhile cause. Now over to Deputy Mayor Barbara Barter with the Council report.
Good evening. The Town Council held its regular meeting on December 6, 2000. The following topics were under consideration. The boil order on the town's water is still into effect. Mr. Carol Hann, District Health Officer, came in and did some tests, with 5 out of 6 being satisfactory. Council has been flushing out the lines this week, and once this is completed and the chlorine levels are back to normal, then he will come in and do more tests. Everyone will be advised by way of the community channel. Until that time, the boil order will remain in effect. The anti-litter regulations are now into effect and were published in the Wednesday, November 22nd edition of the Western Star. There was also an excerpt from these regulations included with everyone's assessment notices. A letter was written to the Minister of Transportation outlining Council's concerns regarding the fact that the white lines have not been painted on the Burgeo Road, as well as other roads around the province. This makes it very difficult to see where the edge of the pavement is, especially at night when meeting oncoming traffic. The Department of Transportation has been asked to consider painting those lines. Council sent a piece of the town's water main pipe away to be tested for asbestos. The report on the tests showed everything to be normal. There were no traces of asbestos of any kind. Council has been advised by the Economic Development Officer that there will be a tourism meeting held at the Town Hall at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, December 12th. It is hopeful there will be a tourism committee put in place at this meeting. Council has had extensive dialogue with regard to tourism and Burgeo's future. And we believe that it's very important for economic growth, for the growth of our community and for our own prosperity, that tourism become a vital part of our job creations. We therefore encourage anyone who's interested in tourism enhancement and job creation, to please attend the meeting on Tuesday night. The Calder Scholarship, Council received applications for the 1999-2000 scholarship, and after they were all looked at, the criteria applied, the winner was Miss Misty Piercy. This will be presented at the awards night held at St. John Central High. The criteria for the Calder Scholarship starts with the priority of academic performance, and then after that, if there's more than one applicant, the criteria that's followed is the graduation requirements, the academic honors graduation requirements set down by the Department of Education. And also the selection is determined by the highest average of that academic performance, be it post-secondary or secondary. And then preference is also given for the candidate who has made previous application and is therefore already in a post-secondary education institution. This criteria is at town office, and once the applications come in, a committee sits down, lists the criteria on a sheet of paper, and then takes the candidate which best fits the highest priority of those criteria. On behalf of the Town Council, I congratulate Misty Piercy on the receiving of the scholarship. The 2001 budget has been adopted, shows a total revenue of $1,002,392 and an expenditure of the same amount. Council is pleased to announce that this balanced budget is possible with no tax increases. Any changes to property tax for 2001 is due to changes in property values, not to tax rates. Your tax have not been increased. If there's any change in the property, then that comes from the property value assessments outside of the town of Burgeo. Council has been receiving concerns from some residents regarding the number of dogs roaming around the town. This problem seems to be on an increase since the town has been without a dog catcher. In that regard, Council will be taking steps to try and deal with the problem in the very near future. The Tidy Towns report. The municipality was judged based on the efforts in management planning, maintenance, improvement, and innovations of the following criteria: tidiness effort, environment effort, community involvement, heritage, urban forestry, landscaped areas, floral arrangements, and turf areas. Out of the total of 1,000 points, Burgeo received 741, which gave us a percentage of 74.1. Last year we were awarded 4 picture plants. This year we were awarded 3, so we were a bit lower on the evaluation grid. The general comments and suggestions that came from that are as follows. And if you wish to read the breakdown of each category, there is a more in-depth description at Town Council office. Burgeo is a very scenic town. We were given a very warm welcome when we arrived in Burgeo and enjoyed our visit there very much. The Sandbanks Provincial Park is an exceptional park within the Newfoundland Provincial Park system. The combination of this park, nearby Salmon River, sheltered coves and spectacular scenery, the combination of this park, the nearby Salmon River, sheltered coves, and spectacular scenery are all valuable recreational assets to be promoted and marketed to attract visitors to the town. However, much can still be done to enhance the park, and we would encourage the town to work with the Department of Tourism, Culture, and Recreation to upgrade the landscaping at the park entrance in the area of the main office and parking lot. Trails in the park also need attention as paths are being worn through the sandbanks, destabilizing the dunes. Other trail areas are wet and need some rehabilitation. The town's initiatives in the town center are commendable. We encourage you to continue with these efforts and suggest that perhaps some benches could be placed in the areas such as the town center, at the museum, playground, and bridge area where we were told that the young people of the community like to gather. Moving the monument to the ship disaster from the cemetery to a more visible and public space in the town would also be a good idea. While the cemetery is an acceptable location, a more central site in the main part of town would be better, perhaps at the town center or at the museum, which seems to have a sizable property. The town is a lovely town to walk around in, with its picturesque coves, footbridges, and walking trails. To visitors staying at the park or the hotel, a walking experience in the town could be enhanced by having a map of the town which highlights points of interest, shows the location of the footbridges, coves, the museum, heritage buildings, and the ferry terminal, and so on. To encourage people to plant more flowers, continue to lead by example. Start planting trees and shrubs, etc. at the town hall and in other public locations. Use the community cable network to provide information about what kind of trees grow best in Burgeo climate and conditions. Sponsor gardening sessions during the winter to get people thinking about the spring planting. We saw some exceptional dahlia plants in the town, and they seem to do very well. We would encourage people to grow dahlias, trying a variety of colors and species. perhaps the town might consider adopting the dahlia as the town flower. We have provided some more specific recommendations in the remainder of our evaluation. We would like to thank the town for its generous welcome, hospitality, and tour of the community. And as I said earlier, these more specific recommendations are listed at Town Council office. People in the community can go in and have a look at those for a further read. With regard to the stadium, the committee is still working towards getting the stadium erected. It has not been put on the back burner. As a matter of fact, for the 2001 capital budget, the Town Council again has placed the stadium as a #1 priority. An application is going in to request the 1/3 infrastructure partnership between the town, the federal government, and the provincial. We have included a $300,000 contribution from the town, $125,000 of which was raised by the Recreation Commission, and $175,000 has been committed by the Town Council. We are requesting therefore $300,000 from provincial, $300,000 from the federal, a joint contribution of $900,000, with the other $300,000 or $400,000 being picked up from other sources. If that funding comes through, then we are still looking at and hoping to see something happen in the spring. If the Capital Works project does not get accepted by the provincial government, then we will be making another motion at Council to have something started with the funding that we have in our existing coffers. That's the news for the Burgeo Town Council. On behalf of the Council and our Mayor, Mayor Alistair Hann, I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year. Thank you and good evening.
We would like to remind our viewers about our Christmas radio show coming up on Sunday, December the 17th, starting at 2 p.m. This is a great opportunity for you to send Christmas greetings to your family and friends. We ask that you not send greetings from secret admirers, and we have limited music and are unable to take requests for a particular song. Just call the BBS office at 886-2935 or 886-1243, and our volunteers will be happy to take your greetings for you. We hope you join us. Stay with us for Off the Rack, the community events, and the BBS Playbill, all after these words from Umber Memorial. Express yourself for all eternity with a monument carved in stone from Umber Memorials. Order your monument today during the fall inventory clearance sale and save up to 35% on in-stock designs. Monuments can be installed this fall or take advantage of the winter payment plan with a spring 2001 delivery. Call Gord Ingram at 886-2225 or visit Umber Memorials at 310 O'Connell Drive in Corner Brook. Off the Rack. This week as we scanned our tape rack, we came across a tape of the first Santa Claus BBS aired. Let's look back to December the 7th, 1986.
We felt that the parade was going to come down to the main road, but it went across Inspiration Road first instead, and we were a bit taken by surprise by that. But here we have Mrs. Claus again, coming along in the Burgeo Lioness boat. Lioness, as you're aware, are involved in very many different projects throughout the town. Their motto is "We serve too," and they do indeed serve, make a major contribution to town each year.
And I guess this would be Smokey the Bear coming next, isn't it? Would it be, Lion?
That's right. It's prevent fires, keep safe, and all Christmas says Safety Bear.
There's one of our firemen.
Right. Probably one of the guys got cold and needs to go back for a warm-up. Burnetts have got a beautiful float this year. Burnetts are very, very active in raising funds for purchase of needed equipment for firefighting in the town. They have a bit of shelter there for their float this year. And here's the gingerbread man from the hospital and the arms going. We have a lot of kids on that one. Kids love gingerbread, as you know. Their theme is Christmas is for children.
And gingerbread being a part of the Christmas treat.
Yeah, that's one of the few floats that we have that have very much movement this year. Happy holidays again, and here we have the nativity scene, combination of St. John the Evangelist Church and the ACW float. Heavy truckers. And here's the anniversary cake again from the Lioness Club of Burgeo. Their 10th anniversary. Fantastic organization. And the little patrollers from the A.J. Matthews Elementary School. Winter Wonderland from A.J. Matthews. They've lost some of their pieces of their float. You notice that they've got a little fox on there, and beaver, and a couple of ptarmigan. You've got a stick horse there, and so on. Snowman. Beautiful winter scene. A lot of effort in their float. And here we have the Burgeo Seafoods entry this year. It's a Highliner Seafoods with all their various products, lighthouses on each corner. Very colorful float. The world's #1 seafood the world over. Biggest employer in our town, makes a major contribution to our town. Always has a nice entry. It looks like our float has picked up a few passengers as it's gone along. Lights are still lit there, Joe.
Yes. There's still a few trimmings left on it.
Yeah, most of them blowed after. Our Sea Cadet Corps again, proudly marching. They, of course, make a major contribution to the parade every year. Without a marching band, the parade just doesn't seem to be the same. Of course, we have a very large corridor now, and some of them, I would imagine, are getting fairly cold now after tramping through this exposed wind throughout today. Here we have, of course, the hostess Munchie coming along in the parade.
Yeah, there's Mr. Munchie.
That's the Munchie man. First coming along there we have Snoopy's Christmas, which is the entry from the Sea Cadet Corps, and of course Snoopy has his Sea Cadet cap on. And here's the jolly old man himself again, waving to the crowd as he goes by, and I guess he's waving to us now.
Santa Claus, what it's all about.
That's the one. That's the one.
Good evening and welcome to the community event segment of tonight's broadcast. I'm Jennifer Marks. The winner of the Sand and Sea $500 bingo was Vera Baggs. Congratulations, Vera. The Burgeo Recreation Commission will host the next TV bingo for Wednesday, December 13th at 7 p.m. Cards are $1 each or 6 for $5 and are available from any member of the Sea Cadets or are in most stores around town. Please support the Sea Cadets and play a TV bingo, and you can win $300 just in time for Christmas. The driver examiner will be in Burgeo on Wednesday, December 13th, weather permitting, to do written and road tests, as well as photo IDs. Awards night at St. John Central High is set for December 18th. Any business, organization, or individual wishing to contribute to the St. John Central High Scholarship Fund may do so by contacting the school at 886-2590. The French 2200 class are selling tickets on 2 Christmas bags, 1 extra large grocery bag and 1 extra large gift bag that includes toys, books, and decorations. Tickets are $1 each or 3 for $2 and can be picked up from any member of the French 2200 class. They would really appreciate your support. The BDDB is trying to develop a local tourism committee for Burgeo. Any interested persons, businesses, or organizations are invited to attend the meeting on Tuesday, December 12th at 7 p.m. at the Town Hall. For further information, contact the BDDB office at 886-2302. If your group or organization has an upcoming event plan, we will be happy to advertise it for you. Just call the BBS office by Wednesdays of each week to have items included in this portion of our broadcast. That concludes the community event segment of tonight's broadcast. See you next week.
BBS Playbill. Tune in on Tuesday for a rebroadcast of Pansy's Garden. Try your luck on Wednesday by playing Sea Cadet TV Bingo. Tune in on Thursday when we'll have the Lions' annual Santa Claus Parade. Join Pansy and the gang for 2 stories, a craft, and lots of fun on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on Pansy's Garden. And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. Next week's program will be followed by our Christmas bandwagon. For This Week in Review, I'm Marie Rose. Good night. God bless.